Scarlett Johansson was unable to stop a best-selling book from using her name. Scarlett Johansson has had many problems in her career. Fans are less aware of another legal dispute she was involved in because of a French novel that used her identity for commercial gain. She was involved in a legal battle with Disney. We'll look more closely at that litigation and the reasons Johansson only received a small portion of the proceeds in the sections that follow. Johansson was not happy that her name was being used, but author Grégoire Delacourt had reasons for including Johansson in the narrative. The message he was trying to convey was met with resistance from Scarlett and her group. Despite losing her lawsuit, Scarlett Johansson attempted to have the English translation of the French novel, The First Thing You See, banned. The work that Scarlett Johansson wished to have banned was discussed in great length by The Guardian. After the English translation of the work was underway, Johansson brought the author before the courts. Johansson's team claimed the book was abusing her reputation. According to The Guardian, Johansson sued Delacourt last year, with her lawyer stating that the novel constituted a violation and fraudulent and illegal exploitation of her name, her reputation and her image, as well as defamatory claims about her private life, and set out to stop it from being translated or adapted into a film. Johansson's group only received €2,500 out of the €50,000 they were hoping for. Although it was agreed upon by the court that it was defamatory, it refused to rule that it could not be translated or recorded. Emmanuel Alibert at the time told The Guardian, Scarlett Johansson's demands were rejected except for one thing that was perceived as an attack in her private life over two relations that she never had. Her other requests, most notably that the book not be translated into another language or adapted into a movie, were also turned down. All we need to do is remove the passage on the affairs. To be fair to the novel, the narrative revolved around a Scarlett Johansson impersonator. Author Grégoire Delacourt acknowledged that he never intended for the work to bring Johansson's reputation into disrepute. Scarlett Johansson was not the target of any harm, as Grégoire Delacourt disclosed. Looking back, Delacourt said he didn't mean any harm to Johansson, going so far as to cut 2 lines from the book that the actress didn't like. He continued by saying that there were no malicious intents. But everything that is written about this actress in the book is accurate and well-intentioned. Various passages in the text describe Johansson in different ways. Scarlett Johansson looked exhausted, the book says. Her hair, which was in between 2 colors, was fighting with itself as it fell loose and flowed slowly. Her lovely lips had lost their typical sheen. The novel goes on, her mascara had smudged like charcoal, leaving dark shadows beneath her eyes. Sadly for Arthur Dreyfus, she was also sporting a loose-fitting sweater. A sack-like sweater that was completely unflattering given the actress's well-known, alluring curves. The meaning of Grégoire Delacourt's description of Scarlett Johansson's replica was deeper within the book. The author stated that the goal of the book was to empower people. Real beauty, as opposed to what people can truly perceive physically, is self-esteem, and this was intended to be understood by the readers. As an old advertiser, a young writer, and a father of a normal age, I asked myself what we were doing to our children to stop them liking themselves as they were, Delacourt disclosed. He remarked, and I had a suspicion that external factors, fashion, models, actors, had taken precedence over internal factors as models. Therefore, I pictured this meeting between one of the most attractive girls on the planet, and a boy who, like all boys, dreamed of being with the most attractive girl on the planet. And as the veneer falls off, we find the most significant thing. True beauty is self-worth. The First Thing You See was not made into a movie, at least not for Johansson. It is evident that Scarlett and her team moved on to other endeavors after the litigation was concluded 8 years ago, including a significant legal dispute with Disney that is happily now behind them.